Welcome back to Growing Up with Shay. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. It is absolutely gorgeous in California today. I am so excited because I have the day off of work. I'm going to be meeting up with some girlfriends in a little bit and grabbing a drink. And I'm vibing high today, and I hope you guys are too. Welcome back. I wanted to talk about human design today. I am very excited about this topic because honestly, when I found out and discovered human design, it was absolutely life-changing. Loved everything about it, and it just was another facet of learning about myself and discovering another part of myself. If you don't know what human design is, I'm going to give you a brief lowdown, talk about very briefly what the different types are, and to be honest, I'm only kind of a pro at my own. I've done extensive research on what human design is, and I think it's just another fun thing that you can look into, dive into, and take pieces of it however you want and however it resonates with you, and just use it as a tool to live true to yourself. So human design. It was founded by Ra'u Guru. I can't pronounce his name very well, but I discovered it because of my favorite blogger, The Balanced Blonde. If you don't know who that is, it's Jordan Younger of The Balanced Blonde. She's an absolute ray of light, spreading joy and positivity and sharing her own journey, and I've loved it. She has a podcast called Soul on Fire, and on her podcast she had Jenna Zoe. And Jenna Zoe is literally a human design baby. She was born when it was discovered and channeled. She had discovered it because a shaman had told her about it, and she basically is able to channel it very intuitively. It was kind of given to her. I don't really know how to explain it, and maybe it's a little too woo-woo of a topic for you guys, but she's an absolute light, and she's a beautiful soul, and she is spreading human design all over the universe right now, and it's new. It's very new to pretty much, I guess you would say, the spiritual world. I just think of it as our world in general, but a lot of people would probably label it in the spiritual world. And human design is basically how you exchange energy with the world around you. The idea behind it is it's the contract your soul made the very minute you entered this earth, and what karmic path you came to take. So basically, I like to think of it just very basically as our energetic exchange with the world around us, just like she explains. And there are five different human design types. There are projectors, which is what I am. There are generators, manifesting generators, manifestors, and reflectors. Manifesting generators and generators make up roughly 80% of the population of what we know. Manifestors are a little less than 8%, reflectors are less than 1%, and projectors are about 8 to 10%. So they're all very special and beautiful and unique in their own way. And the way I have come to describe human design to the people around me is you take a circuit board, right? So you have this giant circuit board, and the circuit board has generators all throughout that power it. And then you have spots that are power hubs and power sources. And then you have areas where the lights bouncing off of each other so that everything seamlessly goes. And then you have the person above the circuit board making sure it's all running smoothly. That is how each piece of the puzzle in human design kind of fits. That's my analogy, at least. So I kind of hope that makes sense. So when you take the generators and manifesting generators, they are what is giving this circuit board life. They are making sure that the circuit board is illuminated and running to the optimal energy level that it possibly can. So that would be manifesting generators, and generators would be those power sources on that circuit board. And then you have the main sources of the power hubs, right? On that circuit board, that's the manifestors, kind of holding the glue together, making the things happen. And then we have those light beams bouncing all over the place that kind of are just randomly there. That's a reflector. And then there's a person above, making sure everything's running smoothly and finding where there might be problems and it could run better here. That's projectors. They all need each other in order to function properly. If one piece is missing or the generator goes down, then you lose power. If the main power source of that manifestor is not there, then how do we, streamline things and get things done? That circuit board cannot function unless each of those puzzle pieces are there. And that is kind of how Jenna Zoe describes human design. And each piece is so vital and so important for everything to run. And if you think of us humans of the world, we are vital to Mother Earth and just our lives running smoothly and seamlessly. But I think we all kind of forget a little bit that we're not all the same. Like, we know we're different, but we realize that our blueprints of life are so different, so different. Okay, so with human design, now that I've given you that analogy that I hope makes sense, it helps you realize that energetically speaking, we are all also very different. We exchange energy super different. So manifestors, manifesting generators, and generators are all energy beings, and then reflectors and projectors are non-energy beings. So the energy beings means that they are constantly pulling life force energy, and they are always go, and they're like these little energizer bunnies running through the world, and they are what kind of helps reflectors and projectors get energy, because they are non-energy beings, meaning we cannot produce our own energy, so they require a lot more rest. I personally am a projector, like I mentioned before, and I always am tired. I am the person who could sleep 10-12 hours and be totally okay, because that's what my body needs. I am only really able to do work for so long before I start to burn out, and I've kind of always known this, but then learning about human design, I was just like, oh my god, that is me to a T. And people, like, I'm surrounded by a lot of generators, believe it or not, and they're always just like, I don't understand why you're so tired, and like, how do you sleep so much? And it's who I am, and I never understood how the heck can you be so go, and it was very frustrating. But now that I'm learning a little bit more about the designs of my friends, now I understand, energetically speaking, how they kind of exchange energy with me, but then also how they are exchanging it with everybody else around us. And you can find your chart at my body graph. If you go to jennazoe.com, which I will link below, you can find your free graph and figure out what you are. All you need is your birth date and your exact time, and that will kind of generate the chart for you. And if you ever have the opportunity to do a reading with Jenna Zoe, you absolutely should. She is booked until 2019, which is nuts. I am hoping to get booked with her early next year, but just haven't been able to invest in it just yet. But it's something that I definitely really wanted to do, and it's something I wanted to share with you guys, because for me, it was life-changing. So I'm going to share my story of discovering human design. With human design, like I said, I listened to Jordan's podcast, and I did my free birth chart, and then I discovered I was a projector. Very basics of what a projector is. They are serving as guides in this world. They have this unique ability to really see people for who they are, or situations for who they are, and take it at a very deeper level than just the surface of what everyone else can see. They can really see into it and figure out, like, well, at least for my specific projector type, I'm a 5'1", so that basically means I'm really, really good at seeing patterns or habits and then taking those patterns or habits and helping a person improve them in whichever way that they would want. Really good at kind of problem solving and being a very open-minded mediator, I guess would be the best way I would describe it, which is a skill set I think I do very much have. I very much believe and see people for who they are, and had many people ask me, why would you even want to help certain people that I have helped in the past, or stick around certain people that I have stuck around in the past? And it's because I know deep down what they're capable of, even when they may not be able to see it yet, and maybe when others don't see it for them yet. It is definitely something that I feel gifted to have, but also realize that it has gotten me in situations that I am not so happy about. That is aside from the point. Once I found out that I was a projector, I had an aha moment. Projectors have to wait for an invitation. Meaning, even though they have this knowledge and wisdom and skill set that can very well help and change your life, that person has to want your help. I, with my friends, I'm always like, well, I already know how to help you, just let me help you. And I would kind of give my advice before it was even asked, or give my advice assuming that they wanted it because they're your friend. But then as I've grown up and as I've gone older, sometimes people just want you to listen, and that's okay. And no matter how much you want to help them, you can't until they want your help. That goes for anything. Sounds like a given, but when you love and care about a person and you know in your heart that you can help them, it's really hard to just keep your mouth shut. But it's something I'm working on, something I'm learning, and as a projector, I need to wait until that person wants my help. And Jenna Zoe explains, as a projector, the more you live true to your design and stay true to that energy that you're putting out there in the world, that your aura as a projector, actually for anyone in human design, really shines bright, and people are gonna realize like, oh, she knows something, and that's when the invitations start to come. Sounds kind of like frustrating, like, oh, I have to sit back on my life and wait until anybody wants my help to be able to make a difference, but it's not so much like that, because the more that you live true to yourself and you're staying in your lane, people are going to want to come into your lane and be like, help me, help me, help me, or whatever it is your skill set is. I genuinely believe that I really do see people for who they are, and the potential that they have to bring to life whatever it is that they want. And a part of my mission in all of this is to connect with individuals and help them figure out where in their life they can definitely improve and grow and bring everything that they want and manifest it into their reality. And in a different way, I believe growth and finding your voice is something that I'm going to help other people find. And I'm going to put that out there. It's a part of my mission, and I really do like discovering human design and learning everything I could about myself in a different way has really opened up my eyes to figure out that I am here to help people, and at the end of the day, that is all I want. And yeah, it's been very, very life-changing. I have also learned that I was pretty much a projector living like I was a generator, like I had infinite amount of energy when I don't. And in the last couple years, I realized I was burning out way too often and kind of reaching a point of adrenal fatigue because I was running on fumes, basically. I was barely sleeping 6 hours a night. I was working 4 or 5 jobs and just running around like a crazy person. And more recently, in the last year, I let go of a couple of jobs. I have cleared all of my evenings, and I take one whole day off a week from everything to just rest and feed my soul in a different way. And that's something Jenna Zoe said is important for projectors to do. And in doing that and giving myself more rest, I have been able to accomplish so much more and show up for myself in a different way, and it's been absolutely amazing and it feels so good. And I believe that all of you can also do that. I think if any part of you believes in the woo-woo stuff or is into astrology or just believes in energy work or anything like that, you should really look up human design if you don't know about it yet. It really opened my eyes to the people around me and how we exchange energy, and I'm starting to pick up on habits from people around me. I'm like, oh, you're a generator most likely, or you're possibly a projector because of the way blah blah blah. And it's just allowed me to take another perspective and a different lens of the world around me and of myself, and be my whole magnetic self in a different way other than Lacey Phillips' work. I think human design has been so much fun to learn about. I think you will have fun learning about it. So yeah, my homework for you is to look up what your human design is, comment below, share what it is. I love hearing what other people are. I think it's so fascinating. Like always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below so you don't miss anything, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about human design. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.